Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my NFL Week 1 picks for the 2020 NFL season. Before don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to your channel. Very appreciate if you do that. I do have a subscriber goal of 300 subscribers by tomorrow. We want to get 300 before the NFL season starts, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. So, as you can see, the NFL season, if you haven't heard, it's going to start Thursday with a Thursday night game, and then a bunch of Sunday games, and then 2 Monday night games. So the way I do picks on here on McD Sports 4 is very simple. I pick each team and I give you a score. I pick each game and I give you a score of the game. I don't do it by the spread for football because a lot of the spreads are only like 10-point spreads of that usually. It's a much different game than college. So overall, I think that that's the better way to do it, not to pick against the spread. And I pick with just straight up, and then to give you a score. So without further ado, let's get into it. Week 1 picks. First game, Thursday night game on NBC. Texans versus Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs in this one. They're the better team. It's at home. And I'm picking these games like the full houses. Like it's 100% capacity in the stands, even though I know there won't be. But the Chiefs, I think they'll win. I have a 35-20 Chiefs. Texans, I look at them. I think the defense takes a major step back. And I think that the Chiefs' offense is just too good. And offensively for the Texans, it's Deshaun Watson or bust. I think that's going to work a little bit, but not that much. Give me the Chiefs in this one, 35-20. Next game, Seahawks versus Falcons. To me, this is a 50-50 game. I know that about 80% of the people picking so far has to have the Seahawks winning this game, but I think it's much closer than 80-20. I went back and forth for this one. I'm picking the Falcons in the upset. It's at home. Seattle has to travel across the country into an Eastern time zone. As a West Coast team, I'm always concerned about that, especially if it's a 1 o'clock game like this one is. And I got the Falcons winning this game. I'm going to go 27-24 Falcons. I think the Seahawks are a bit of a better team, but sometimes not the best team wins every game. And I think that's what's going to happen here. And the upset, give me the Atlanta Falcons 27-24. Next game, Jets Bills. Give me the Bills in this one. The Bills, in my opinion, are just a lot better than the Jets. I'll go with the Buffalo Bills in this one. I'll say 28-13 Bills. I'll have them win by 15 in this one. Next game, Bears Lions. To me, the Bears, they've named Mitchell Trubisky as a starter. A lot of people are really high on the Lions. I don't really agree with that. But I do think the Lions will win this game because I think the Lions, with the game being at home, I'm assuming they're going to have no fans there in that state since that governor has been very strict about reopening guidelines. So I'm assuming it's no fans, but as I said, I'm picking it like there's a bunch of fans at these games. It's 100% capacity, but I think the Lions. I think they get the Bears here. It's at home, defend home turf, get the win. I don't know really who's the better team out of these two. I had the Bears in my NFL previews as the better team, but with it being on the road, I'm going to go with the Lions in this one, a close one. It's going to be kind of low scoring. I'll go 23-20 Lions in that one. Next game, Browns versus Ravens. Give me the Ravens in this one. The Browns kind of had the Ravens upper, not so much of winning the games necessarily, but kind of keeping it very competitive. And I do think this game is going to be competitive. The Browns aren't that bad of a football team, but the Ravens are just much better. And I'm going to go ahead with the Ravens in this one. I'm going to say they win this game. I'm going to go 30-20 Ravens in this one. I think they get the win by 10 points. Next game, Packers Vikings. To me, this is a toss-up game. It's in Minneapolis, in that I think it's called the TCF Bank Stadium. I'm always going to call it the Minnesota Dome or Minneapolis Dome, wherever they used to call it. But overall, I think that with the game being in Minnesota, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Vikings in this one. I think this game is a 50-50 game. It could go either way. Give me the Vikings, though. I think the Vikings are at home. I think they'll just play a bit better than the Packers. And I got the Vikings winning this game. I'll go 24-21 Vikings in that one. Next game, Colts Jaguars. Give me the Colts in this one. I'm surprised it's about a 85-15 chances according to the public, because these bars right here with the percentages, that's the public voting on this ESPN pick'em. But the Colts, I think, will win this game pretty easily. I might add. I'll go ahead and pick the Colts in this one. I'll go 38-17 Colts. The Jaguars are just god awful. Next game, Raiders Panthers. To me, this is going to be a very competitive game. I think both of these teams are pretty much even, but with the game being a 1 p.m. game on the East Coast, having a West Coast team like the Las Vegas Raiders travel across the country, I'm picking the Panthers. It looks like it is a bit of an upset since it's kind of 65-35 Raiders stuff, kind of like that. And I'm going to go ahead and pick the Panthers in this one. I think it's close. I think this game could maybe turn into a bit of a shootout, honestly. And I'll go 37-34 Panthers in this one. Next game, Dolphins-Patriots. This game is in New England. The Dolphins, I think, are a pretty good team. But I'm going to go with the upset. It looks like a lot of people are going with the upset. The Patriots might actually be favored in that game, so it might not necessarily be an upset. But I'm going to go with the Patriots. Bill Belichick will win some games this year. I know they feel confident in Cam this year. And I think that the Patriots win this game. I got it 24-23. I'll take the Patriots barely in this one. Next game, Eagles, Redskins. I'm still calling them the Redskins. I'm not calling them the Washington football team. That's first of all. Well, I'm not going to get into it. I already got into it once, but I'm calling them the Redskins until they got a new name. But I'm going with the Eagles over the Redskins. Listen, the Redskins, I like them defensively. Offensively, I think they're trash. The Eagles, I think it's just I think they're just decent enough everywhere, and I think they'll get the win here. I'll go Eagles in this one. I'll go 34-21 Eagles. I think the game's very competitive in the first half, but it kind of gets away from the Redskins a little bit in the second half. Next game, Chargers Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati. It's a 4 p.m. start. I actually went back and forth a little bit of this one. The Chargers, they lose a top safety, they lose a top safety, Dorwin. I mean, that's a big loss right there. The Bengals are starting a rookie quarterback. I mean, I gave it to the Chargers, but because I think they're the better team. If you saw my NFL previews, and I still gotta make my playoff and Super Bowl pick. That'll be out tonight, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Chargers in this one. I think this game is close. I'll go 27-20 Chargers in that one. Game of the week, in my opinion, right here. Bucs Saints. This game is in New Orleans. I went back and forth for this one. I gave it to the Saints because it's in New Orleans. If it was in Tampa, give me the Bucs. But since it's in New Orleans, go ahead, give me the Saints. I think this game is going to be a pretty fun game to watch. I'll go 34-28 Saints in this one. I think it turns to a bit of a shootout, kind of a dogfight game. And that's what Tampa usually finds himself in, a bunch of dogfight games, even though that might change this year with Tom Brady playing quarterback. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the Saints. I think with the game being in New Orleans, give me the Saints. Next game, Cardinals, 49ers. Give me the 49ers. The Cardinals, I think, is kind of a surprise team this year, possibly. I think they can be. But I'm going to go ahead. Give me the Niners. They're just a much better team, especially at home here. Give me the Niners in this one. I'll go 37-23 Niners. I'll take the Niners by 2 touchdowns. Sunday Night Football, Cowboys, Rams. Cowboys are a team, in my opinion. that I think it's honestly could be Super Bowl bust this year, especially with Dak Prescott playing on that franchise tag. The Rams are a team I am not very high on. I think if you watch that video, my NFC West preview video, go check that out. But you saw, I told you why I wasn't very high on the Rams. It's in LA. It's in that new stadium, by the way. Brand new stadium they have in LA. Also, new stadium for the Las Vegas Raiders. I went back and forth, but I gave it to the Cowboys. I gave it to the Cowboys because they're just a better team. I got the Cowboys in this one. I think it could maybe turn into maybe a bit of a shootout. I'll go Cowboys in this one. I'll go 34-27 Cowboys. I'll take them by a touchdown on the road against the Rams. Two Monday Night Football games. They usually do Monday Night Football games, two of them for week one. Steelers, Giants. Give me Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is my lock of the week. My upset of the week is going to be Seahawks Falcons, but my lock of the week is Steelers Giants. Steelers, in my opinion, I think I think they're going to be very good this year. I'm very high on them. The Giants, I think, are one of the worst teams in the NFL, and I think this game's not going to be that close. 38-10 Steelers in this one. And then the final game, I am a Tennessee Titans fan. We go on the road against the Denver Broncos, and to show you that we are not biased here on McD Sports 4, I am picking the Denver Broncos in this one. I don't really have much confidence going into Denver, really, and getting that win in week one. The Broncos, in my opinion, are a playoff team, or at least a playoff contender. The Titans could very well just be a playoff contender, even though I do think that we are the best team in the AFC South and the third best team in the AFC. But I think we go on the road and lose because I feel like the Broncos are going to turn a lot of heads this year. And I feel like it's going to start this week in game one against the Tennessee Titans. It's a close game in my opinion, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say 23-20 Broncos in that one. So that's my picks for week one. Let me fill in my score real quick for this right here. But basically, and I'm going to submit my picks so you can see at the final. But those are my week one picks. Comment down below to me your week one picks. I always like hearing from you all. Thanks for watching. McD the Beast signing off.